Welcome, here I've got SONY Xperia 1.3 and I'm gonna show you how to use shutter speed mode in the camera app at this device. So let's start by tapping on the camera button to open it, and for now, as you can see in the left corner, we are on basic mode, so let's pick it to change it. Now we have to slide a little bit down and pick shutter speed priority mode. Here we have short info also that this mode can manually control shutter speed to change how we capture moving objects, and the fast shutter speeds will appear to freeze an object in motion, while slow shutter speeds can better capture motion blur. So let's have a look at this panel from the right. Here we can adjust the shutter speed at the first place. So by going to the left, we can make our time of taking picture much shorter from 1/8,000 of a second, and by going to the right we can make it longer. So let's check the longest here now, 30 seconds. So this is wide choice and really professional spectrum. And here we can also turn on autofocus to check where it is at our picture, and turn on AEL button. So now we can half tap to the shutter to block settings when we need to save them and change the frame of our camera. Let's turn this off and move to this settings bar. Here the first one option we can manage is the drive mode with single shooting, which is now. So now when we tap on the shutter, we can take only one picture. Here we can also take burst shots by tapping on continuous shooting with high speed. So for now, when we tap on the shutter a little bit longer, we should take the series of pictures in a really fast way. We have continuous shooting also with low speed, so now we should get the same effect but in the lower speed. And here we can also pick self timer with 10 seconds or 3 seconds, so now we can take a picture with delay of the time. So let's stay on single shooting now and move to the next one option, the focus mode. Now we are on continuous autofocus. We can pick also the single shot autofocus or manual focus, so we get access to the slider where we can adjust focusing manually. Now let's stay, for example, on this autofocus with continuous shot and move to the next one option also about the focusing. Here we can pick the area of our focus between white and center. And the next one option here we can adjust is the exposure compensation, so we can manage the light of our picture. By going to the right we can make it more bright, by going to the left we can make it more dark, as you can see. And here the next one option is locked. This is the ISO, so the camera's sensitivity to light. Because this is half manual mode, we can adjust the shutter speed manually, and the ISO is automatically adjusted by camera to the best possible effects. The next one option I want to show you here is the metering mode, so we can pick spot, center and multi. Let's stay, for example, on spot. And let's move here to flash mode, and now we can manage our flash. We can't pick the auto because we are on manual mode, so we can pick only fill flash, red eye reduction, turn it off, or pick the torch, so we have it here, turn it on every time. Now let's turn this off and move to the next one option, so the white balance. We are on auto white balance, and when we want to adjust it we can pick between the ready white balances here, so the cloudy light, daylight, fluorescent light, incandescent light and the shade light. We can also adjust our custom here, so we get access to this panel. And the white balance is the feature that we can control the cold and warm tones of our photo, so the blue and the red tones of our picture with the light in the area where we have it. So this is how to adjust it. We can save it here also and apply, or just pick kind of ready light. Now let's stay on the auto and move to the next one option, face and eye autofocus. So here we can turn it off and on simply, and when we have it turned on, the camera should recognize when we take the photo of some human, and see where the human has face and the eyes, and automatically focus on it with the better result. The next one option here we can manage is the file format. We are in JPEG, we can pick also RAW plus JPEG or only the RAW, and the RAW format is used by professional photographers to saving more details at the picture and post-producing them in graphic programs. So this is really pro feature like in the really professional camera. And let's move to next one option, aspect ratio. Here we can change camera frame, camera size. We are in form free, let's pick 16 and 9. And as you can see, the background has changed now. Another tab here, and we can go to the square one, 1 and 1. And we can also pick 3 and 2. So this is how to manage it. And the last one option on this settings bar is kind of settings about the tones of our picture that are in color, in contrast, in brightness. So we have the range optimizer. We can turn it on to improve our continuous shots with contrast and brightness. We can pick here also auto HDR to improve the parts of our photos that are in light and in the dark, or we can turn it off here as we need. And here we have also option to lock these settings, so when we adjust them manually and want to be sure that we don't move them, we can slide to lock them, and this is how it looks like, or unlock it here. Now let's move to the settings bar. From the left we have the menu, so here we have some basic settings about the camera. Also they are like in this short access here, so we can adjust the shooting, file format, aspect ratio, the exposure, the focusing, and in the setup we have some basic settings. So I'm not going to focus on that right now. Let's move to the disp. Here we can turn on the leveler and the histogram, so also kind of tools that are helpful when we want to take a picture. Let me focus on leveler. This is useful when we want to be sure that we hold our device steady when we need to take straight picture, and when we have these green signs we can be sure that it is straight. And another tab to turn it off. Here let's move also to lens. When we tap here we can see 4 lenses, and we can manage them like that. And in each of these lenses we have also the only zoom, so this is really pro that we can adjust it like that. I can show you also these lenses from the back, so this is how they look like. And this is how to use these settings. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.